So here's an inside look at the porch. It's less of a cave and more like a church with a cheap stained glass window called Tyvek. So Steve's going to come back. He's got the 3 windows. They're in stock at Home Depot to put in this area here. The 2 that are going here are not standard sizes, and they'll be available in early March. And we're also going to get a grate for the door that'll get rid of those cross hatches. It'll be just a clear window. This is the door they had in stock, but you can order just the glass, so it's a clear, one piece of glass. That's what we're preferring, and so that's what we're going to wait for. So this is the look. The sun's coming through the Tyvek. I don't have to light it up with the outside lights because now we've got some natural light coming in, so it's looking very good. So how did we get to this point? Let me backtrack a little and show you how we got here. Okay, now that I've got that tarp up away from the foundation and I got it blocked off here with that piece of plywood, what I need to show you is what I'm planning to do here for Steve. So if you look at this edge here, this has already been sheathed with plywood. You can see that the bluestone's trimmed adequately, so when you put a shingle against the sheathing, it overlaps onto the foundation, so any water that wicks down the side of the house will go on the foundation and down into the swale next to it. This side here, in comparison, you can see we got quite a bit of room here. So what I need to do is trim as much of this off as I can to get it flush with this sheathing and this part of the foundation as well, so that when he places the shingles like he would on this side and they overlap over it, they would do the same thing on this side, and obviously that can't happen with that extra material there. So what I need to do is cut some of that bluestone off. There's also some squeeze out of the mortar that has to come out as well. Steve took off for a little lunch break, and I've got all the bluestone trimmed back on this left side. So what we had here was the bluestone was standing prouder than the wall, so the shingles would have had been in here really kind of crooked. So I got that all trimmed back. This side is next. So you can see how the bluestone is in front of the plywood. So I got to trim this back even with the plywood. And as I go further and further to the left, there's less to trim. So while Steve's on his lunch break, I'm going to trim this down and make sure it's ready for his shingling work. So that's what I'm going to do next. Today is Sunday night, February 14th, 6 o'clock. Steve just took off. We both worked on this together today to get this as far as we could. Steve's plan for today was to get all the Tyvek in, get the door in, get the tarps down, get everything cleaned out. He's got a job tomorrow. He's going to be gone for about 3 days, and then he'll be able to pick this back up. We wanted this to be waterproof, so if we get any weather, we're safe. So it's looking pretty nice. We have our poor man's stained glass window in, otherwise known as Tyvek. This is the weather barrier. So our 3 windows are going to go on this side. This is facing the backyard. And over here is the side that's going to face the driveway. So we have our main entry door, and then 2 windows on this side. And we have still have a lot to do. Once he comes back, he's going to get the windows in, going to start doing the shakes on the side of the house. Here's the side that faces the backyard. So you can see we got 3 Tyvek window openings, so that's all closed up as well to keep the weather out. And Steve's going to be gone for a couple of days before we can get back to this. But what I'm going to do in the meanwhile is he already pre-drilled all these studs. You can see the holes right there. He pre-drilled everything, so if I want to start running my wires for outlets, I can go ahead and do that. So I'm going to come up with a plan. I think I might put an outlet either under each window or under the ones on the ends. Maybe an outlet over here, I don't know. I'm still going to think about that. He also said if I want, there's space right here for a switch if I want to do an outdoor light. There's not a lot of space to put switches in, but I think I'll just go with a solar spotlight so I don't have to worry about that. So here's all the leftovers. Steve said I can take these scraps and use them for whatever I want. So there's a bunch of 2x6s. Here's a full 2x6 right here. And a little piece of skinny plywood. There's a bunch of scraps down here too, he said that I can have. The only stuff that he's going to need is this whiteboard here. He wants to retain these two here because he needs those for another job he's got coming up. So the storm door is right here. So it's already inside. We're ready to put it in when the time is right. And you can see here's kind of the setup of all the tools and the torpedo heater and such. Over here is the table saw he's going to use for the trim work. So it's looking really nice. Coming right along. He got a lot done today. And seeing how he's going to be gone for the next 3 days with another job, everything's buttoned up, safe and secure. So here's a look at the security door facing the driveway. And we're going to put a storm door on the opposite side of that, but we're not going to do that just yet until we have all the windows in, because there's going to be a lot of in and out with materials. So that'll go in last.